I take pride in what I put out there.
Like the plants he nurtures, Richard Ward's agricultural roots run deep. Generation after generation of Wards worked this land in Columbus County.
There were no industry in this county. Farming was the only industry.
And it's still the only job Ward wants.
And if I can't work, I'm miserable. I get up on Monday morning and say, thank the Lord it's Monday. I can do something.
But it isn't easy.
Well, the biggest struggle for me was just trying to survive. I mean, it's just difficult to make a profit with the economy the way it's been.
So Ward traded traditional farming for organic, a new approach to coax potatoes, strawberries, even organic tobacco from the ground. So far it's paying off, yielding premium prices, allowing Ward to stay on the farm.
We've been growing soybeans and sweet potatoes and peanuts, but now we need to figure out what we can do to keep the value here, to process the food here, and to distribute it from Columbus County.
It's called value-added farming, and New Yorker Barry Noddy is ready to give it a try.
This is the sign of the company, the name of the company actually.
Noddy bought this vacant building in Whiteville to make sweet potato fries.
And it came to a point that, okay, let's get out of New York. Yes, because most of the potato comes from North Carolina. We buy from North Carolina farmers, so let's go close to the source so we can expand the market further.
Located between New York and Miami, Noddy hopes his potatoes put Whiteville's industrial park and his new business on the map.
There's no limit to the market of sweet potato. We got 50 states, hopefully we can penetrate somehow, you know. Yeah. We should always think big. As they say, think big, you might get a piece of it. That's how it is.
Here in Columbus County, if we bring in a business that employs 5 people or 10 people or 15 people, that's a big deal for us. Every job counts, especially in this economic climate.
Noddy insists his company is recession-proof and expects to bring 54 jobs to the area over the next 3 years. Food processing is considered clean industry, and Whiteville has recently lured 2 food manufacturers to one of North Carolina's poorest counties. In neighboring New Hanover County, a different kind of manufacturing is underway.
You can see them all on the bottom right here.
This might look like dinner to some, but for now it's research, an economic incubator called Mar Bionic.
At a price of $7.50 per pound, wholesale price, there's a high-value niche market for black sea bass.
Flounder, too. Fish farming isn't new, but in this case, it's the kind of fish these scientists are growing and where they can do it that makes this venture different. A sophisticated pumping station and tanks could allow marine species to grow in rural communities away from the coast.
Because they recycle and reuse water, they don't necessarily have to be situated right next to the ocean. They can be situated in more inland areas where land is less expensive.
A business partnership with a company called Aqua Plantations helps pay startup costs. Researchers at UNC Wilmington get the data, and the investment company eventually gets fish. Dr. Wade Watanabe estimates rural communities could end up with the jobs.
And so we go up the learning curve together, and in this way we're integrating our objectives of research, education for our students, and technology transfer to the commercial end users.
And the opportunity now is to take the next steps forward and bring the discoveries into business opportunities and into occupational opportunities and educational.
Randall Johnson is the Southeastern Director for the state's Biotechnology Center.
We're not trying to create new industries out of nothing. We're looking at the assets we actually have here, the marine resources, the natural resources associated with the agricultural community, and looking at how we can build on those assets new industries and new jobs right here.
With record unemployment in the state, jobs couldn't come at a better time.
Distress and economic hard times kind of breed opportunities for you as well. And Erskine Bowles, our president in the university system, talks about an economic crisis being a terrible thing to waste. Well, we think that this is an opportunity for us to do things that we couldn't do before, to explore relationships. Times when money is tight are times when people collaborate labor-wise and they put their ideas together and come up with something new. And I think that's what we're trying to do.
Scientists at UNC Wilmington explore the secrets the ocean might hold to fighting diseases like cystic fibrosis. They're also trying to figure out the best way to protect and sustain the state's valuable and dwindling seafood industry.
This is a time in university history where universities need to be moving more toward their community involvement. And in our case, through economic development, it is very valuable. Scientists are no longer in their ivory towers.
And look like a nice pasty substance like this.
Dr. Kim Jones launched a new business called Algonomics from Oak Island's water treatment plant.
I see the potential for pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, biofuels, you name it. There's a tremendous potential for as simple as fertilizers back out on the field.
Jones plans to grow what many consider a nuisance.
My kids say, you know, don't use the A word because she'll get started.
And the A word is?
Algae. If you start talking about algae, I'll go, you know what we're doing?
Jones is trying to turn this thick green mass into oil. She's not there yet, but insists algae holds all kinds of promise.
What we're really trying to do is to create a new industry, essentially. Agriculture, as I said, has been a background, so that part's not anything new. But actually creating an economic engine to use algae and then do all of those byproducts. And so it's job creation in a brand new industry. As you said, we've lost a lot of industries. So how can we bring in new high-paying, high-tech jobs that are going to benefit us with renewable energy and environmental remediation, as well as products that we badly need.
While using algae to gas up your car may still be years away, Jones says algae is the better choice for biofuel because it does not compete with a food source. Other biofuels are made from corn and soybeans. It's the new technology that excites Randall Johnson the most.
It would be foolish for us to try to create new industries to try to mimic other areas of the state or other areas of the country. It makes more sense for us to look at what we actually have, the people, the institutions, and the natural assets here.
From traditional farms to tanks, the idea is to